Hey, what's up? This is Brian from the Gothicals and Space Couch. You're watching Chris, the old ass retro gamer. He's got both the upward thrust and the downward thrust in Link 2, which I thought was a pretty good game.
Hey everybody, Chris the Old Ass Retro Gamer here, and welcome to Day 4 in the Licensed Video Game Challenge. A game based on a comedy? Not very many of those that I can think of off the top of my head. Turns out there's a lot more than you might think, especially when it comes to the Atari 2600. Holy crap. But I decided not to go with one of those games because the majority of those are doo-doo, and the one that I ended up settling on is New Ghostbusters 2.
Two in the box!
Ready to go.
We be fast and they be slow!
We did get a game based on Ghostbusters 2 here in the US. It was by Activision, and it was not good.
It's like pure concentrated evil.
But Japan had one of their own that was completely different, and I do wish this was the one that we ended up getting back in the day, because I would have been playing the crap out of it. This game is actually kind of fantastic. This is actually a reproduction that I picked up at the Midwest Gaming Classic a few years back, and I recently played through this for the Super Enabler Brothers podcast that I'm on with Jason of Corpse Flood Gaming. We do a backlog roulette at the end of every episode where we have a list of games. The amount of games correspond to the amount of numbers on a roulette wheel that Jason owns, and at the end of each episode he spins the wheel, throws the ball in there, whatever number it lands on, we play the corresponding game on our list. I ended up getting New Ghostbusters 2, and I was not sad about it because I had been looking forward to playing this game for a long time, just the excuse I needed to do so, and I absolutely loved every second of it. It is a top-down adventure game, I guess you would call it, but you don't just play as one Ghostbuster. You do get to pick which Ghostbuster you want to play as. You can choose Peter, Egon, Ray, Winston, and even Lewis.
And that's me!
You also have to end up picking a sidekick, because the character that you choose to play as is the one who uses the proton pack. The secondary character that you have is the one that has the traps. Whenever there are ghosts around, you need to shoot with the character you play as, and then the other button on the controller will activate the second character who will open up the trap and capture the ghost. You play through all the environments from the movie, the courthouse, the subway, the museum, all of it. And there's something really cool about this game that didn't initially register with me when I was playing through it the first couple of times, and that is the fact that the music you're hearing in the stages isn't necessarily the score from the movie, it's chiptunes versions of the songs that were on the soundtrack. Like Flip City, the Bobby Brown song, and the Oingo Boingo song. It's just weird, but I think it was the Flip City song was the one where I finally caught on to what it was, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then each stage I was trying to figure out what song it was I was hearing the 8-bit version of. Pretty cool that they did that. Controls are pretty spot on. Enemies are right out of the movie. It definitely has that Ghostbusters flavor. It feels like it was made by fans of the franchise, unlike the American Ghostbusters 2 game we got, which felt like it was just shat out of a machine. Eventually, you get to the end, you have to fight Vigo.
You're like the buzzing of flies to him.
And game over. And I did beat this game for the backlog roulette, and I was super thrilled that I did. Got counted as one of my beat tweets for the year, which was great. I just absolutely had a blast playing this. It was one of those games that I always wished I could play, and now that I could, I was like super thankful that I was able to. If you haven't played it already, I highly recommend that you do so. Find a repro of it like I did, get a ROM of it, I don't care. You just need to play it and experience it because it is kind of fantastic. Definitely the best Ghostbusters game next to the one that came out for the 360 and the PS3. And there you go, Day 4 of the Licensed Video Game Challenge done. Do you agree with my choice? If not, let's hear what your choice would be for your favorite comedy licensed game. I honestly want to hear everyone's opinion on this topic because it's a weird one. Like I said, there's a ton of them on the Atari 2600 and weird choices too, like MASH and Porky's and stuff like that. So yeah, but then again, also there's that Groundhog Day that's available for the PSVR. What? There's plenty of weird ones out there, and this is why I think I want to hear everybody's choices for what their favorite comedy license game would be. So if you feel up to it, make a response video. I would love to see it, either specifically on this video or any of the other of the 31 days of licensed games we're going to be talking about. Make 31 individual videos or one that contains all 31 topics in one. I don't care. I want to see some response videos. Let's do it. And if that's not your bag, tell me what your choice would be in the comment section below, because I honestly want to hear it. So until tomorrow's next topic in the licensed video game challenge, I am Chris, the old ass retro gamer, signing off.
Boy, this equipment's heavy.